Okay, so we're still on the same learning target. I can apply the key features of functions. Today we're doing the last key feature, and that is the average rate of change of a given interval. So we're given a graph here. Let's look down at this graph number 6. And we're given an interval -1 to 1. And those are our x values. So we're looking at the piece of the graph from where x is -1 to 1. So from here to here. So this piece of the graph. And if you were to draw a straight line, see how it's kind of curved? But if you were to draw a straight line through those 2 points, what would be the average rate of change? So we're going to look at this graph, and the first thing we need to do is determine our x values. So our x values are -1 and 1 here. So when you're looking at intervals, you're looking at x values. So -1 to 1. So this is my x1, and this is my second, my x2. Now we're going to use the graph to find the y values, the corresponding y values. So for -1, -1's right here. I'm going to follow that up till I hit the graph. And then I'm going to turn and see what is the y value at -1. So when x is -1 on the graph, y is at 2 there. So that's my first y value. Now to find my second y value, I'm going to go to my second x. So the second x is 1 here. So starting at 1, go up till you hit the graph, and it's right there at 5. So it's going up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here. So the y value is 5 when x is 1 on the graph. So now I have my 2 ordered pairs. So this would be my x1, y1, and this is my second ordered pair, so I'll call this x2, y2. Now I can take these values and plug them in to the slope formula, because the average rate of change is finding the slope between these 2 points. So I will work that out. Here's your formula here. Another thing to note, you can also do y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2, and you'll get the same answer. And I actually prefer to do it this way because it's in order to me. So I'm going to do y minus y, so 2 minus 5, over x minus x, so -1 minus 1. And then we'll just simplify to find our average rate of change. So 2 minus 5 would be -3. Then -1 minus 1 is -2. Negative divided by a negative just makes it positive. So the answer is 3 over 2. Let's do a quick check here from this point to this point. So I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3 over 2. So it looks good. Let's do another one. So first step, determine your x values. So this would be my x1 and my x2. Then we're going to use the graph to find the y values. So my first ordered pair would be 0. So starting here where x is 0, go up till you hit the graph, and it hits the graph at where y is 1. So my first pair is 0, 1. Now I'm going to use my second x value, so 3. Here's 3 on the graph, where x is 3 on the x-axis, and then go up till you hit the graph at where y is 8. That's going up 8 there. So the ordered pair is 3, 8. All right, then you're ready to put it into the slope formula. I'll do it down here, running out of room. So I'm going to do y minus y, so 1 minus 8 over x minus x, 0 minus 3. And then we'll simplify that. Negative 7 over negative 3 is 7 over 3. I'll check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 over 1, 2, 3. Looks good. All right, last example. Let's do one more. So here's my x values here. So x1 and x2. So for x1, I'm going to go up and at 1, go over. That is 3. The y value is 3. Then we'll do 2. And then that y value is at 1. Plug it into the slope formula. So y minus y over x minus x. Simplify it down. Oops, that's not right. 3 minus 1 is 2. And then 2 divided by negative 1 would be negative 2. So your slope is negative 2. So that would be down 2 over 1. Looks good. All right, so now I'd like you to do these 3 remaining problems for practice on your own. And then on the back is a summary of everything we've done so far. So all 5 of the key features that we've been talking about, put them all together and do those 2 problems.